What's the word, y'all? It's your boy Jsitez, and today I'm about to teach y'all how to drive in Blender. Today's plugins that we're going to be using, launch control, and I'm only going to be showing you guys like the full process to rigging your cars with launch control in Blender. There will be a part 2 to this video where I'm going to be animating the car and putting it into a scene, but for today, we're going to make us a nice little plane. We're going to make the car move. So as far as my add-ons, I make sure I have on Node Wrangler. And also for the car animation, we're going to be using a launch control. And I'm going to save these preferences. And now let's get started. So usually you got a cube, you got a light, and you have a camera. Everything is going to go. I'm going to make a plane, Shift A, mesh, new plane. And I'm going to go into edit mode, pressing tab, and then I'm going to press A. And I'm just going to scale my plane up, just so I know where my floor is at. So now I'm going to start looking for a car model. If you don't have Blender Kit, you can just go to Sketchfab and get you a car model from there. All right, so I'm gonna grab this AMG and I'm gonna bring it into my scene. If you didn't get a car from Blender Kit and you ended up getting one from Sketchfab, you might want to skip this. But if you do get a car from Blender Kit and it comes with a rig, you might just want to select everything by just pressing A on the keyboard and then just press Alt P and clear all of the parents. You can do that in just one try. And then once you unparent everything, you just want to individually delete the rest of the parents, and then you're ready to get right. All right, so we got us a nice little car model. So I'm going to start separating these parts, and yeah, we're going to start getting this situated for launch control. For launch control, you have to always have the car body by itself. It doesn't matter if the parts are together or not. You just have to make an empty so you can move all of the car parts at once. Same goes for the wheels. The rims could be by themselves, the tires can be by themselves, and then it can be the brake calipers joined in with the brake pad. So right now I'm gonna make sure all of our tires are parented and labeled correctly. So I'm gonna run you guys. Let's go. Let's get right. So I'm gonna start off by pressing 7 on the numpad. And if you don't have a numpad, you can just press these 4 keys up here. So you can just go into the Z position and let's just scroll across the body of the car. Let's hide those parts. Hide those parts. Let's hide everything except the wheels. Okay. So I have some extra parts I gotta hide. Let me just hide these. All right. And the reason why you see sometimes when I press one thing and the other side shows up, that's because these objects have mirror modifiers. You feel me? But you don't have to worry about these neither. Just leave them as is, and yeah, let's move forward. So I'm gonna hide this, and yeah, for on our tires, I'm just gonna name this. This looks like the front tire that's on the left side of the car. So I'm gonna press period on the numpad with my mouse hovering over my layers, and you see it brings up my tire. I'm gonna change this layer to tire underscore FL. Same goes for the rim. Let's just press G to see what's separated and what's not. As you can see, the entire rim is put together besides the Mercedes emblem. So we just have to take this rim, take this emblem, and just join them, Control J. Same with the brake pad and the caliper, Control J. So now we can name the rim front left, and then the brake front left. And now you're going to repeat the same process for the rest of the wheels. I'm going to do one more with you, and then I'm going to speed it up. So now we're on the rear tire on the left side. We're going to take the period on the numpad, tire, rear left. Let's join the rim and the logo together. And then let's name that rim, rear left. Now let's get the brake and the caliper. Let's join those together. Brake, rear left. So now let's just repeat the same process for the next two wheels. I'm gonna speed it up and I'll be back. All right, so now that you have all of your wheels ready, everything is separated, everything is named correctly, we're gonna do the parent. So we're gonna take the caliper, the rim, and the tire, and we're just gonna press Control P. Make sure your tire is the active object. This has to be the main parent. That's why we start at the brake, then the rim, then the tire. Control P, object, keep transforming. Brake, rim, tire, Control P. All right, so now if you see this, you have your tires with the two objects under here, two objects under here, and so on. So now let's start dealing with the car. When you want to unhide all of your objects, just press Alt and H. Everything has popped back up. Let's hide the plane. Now I'm gonna hide my wheels because I want this to be easy. All right, so now we have all of the wheels hidden. Let's just keep one tire on real quick, and let's make an empty. Let's press Shift A, and let's make an empty. Let's make a cube. Let's bring the cube up, and let's hit G and Z, G, S, and Y. Well, G, S, and X to make it wider. And now let's press 3 on the numpad. Let's press G, S, and Y to make it longer. Yeah, and it fits just right. So now let's hide the tire. And now let's highlight let's press 7 on the numpad and let's just highlight everything right that you see right here. Holding shift, let's click the empty. And let's Control P. Object, keep transform. And now let's name this empty. Car body. And now let's move this as well as every object. I believe we can move this to a collection. Let's move this into the Mercedes AMG collection. As well as the wheels, everything else. Let's see if everything is where it needs to be. Yeah, that's cool. So now we're ready to use launch control. You feel what I'm saying? Once you get into launch control, let's go to local and let's just choose by collection. AMG. All right, my brothers, you have a rigged vehicle. Oh, but it looks like one of the wheels aren't parented. So let's go back here and let's unrig the vehicle. Let's just press this rim and let's parent it to the tire. Control P, keep transform, and let's rig. Your car is moving. And now if you want to know how to move the car, we don't really need my plane anymore. Let's click this line. This line, you can change it in here with the animations. You have animations for burning out. If you just press animate vehicle, it'll do it for you. As you can see, the wheels in the back are spinning and then the car takes off. Feel me? You got this one right here where the car goes into a loop. Ooh, nice little drifting loop. If you like this small little rundown, I'm gonna need you to drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna be back real soon with a full rundown on how to use this plugin for Blender. Peace out.